the record button. If my two competitors could just mute and deafen the three commentators so that we can talk over your game and still talk to each other, that would be rad.
Will do.
Cool.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Later, kiddos.
All right. So,
All right. High or low?
Oh, I'll still get to hear them. Rad.
We can do. I'll say low.
This
Right.
is rad. This is rad.
Oh, I can't handle that. That's too much.
5.
That's okay. It's good for stream because we can like, whenever.
Yeah, I'm just gonna reduce the volume. So
That's
I have never seen anyone play Ochaco too, actually.
Oh, she's so much fun, dude.
She is Colby's favorite character, from what I understand.
Yeah, do you remember Colby Cram being like, ha. If they don't have low block, I get to play Fuma 2 times.
She does everything Colby wants to do. She can check potentially an 8. She gives speed. She takes speed away. The only thing that she doesn't do that Colby likes is have a higher hand size, right?
When you're ready.
Yeah, that's the thing that I did with my hero Ochaco deck is I actually played Chaos with Frigid Heatwave, so I'm a 9-hander some games.
Right. Oh yeah, because you get to play it again. I do think that at least with Frigid Heatwave, the opponent gets interaction where they they can just block it.
Correct.
They must block.
But, I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
the same
7.
level-
It's a 7 high, right? Like that is difficult to do.
But of course, Jablinski Games thought about it and it was like, if they just block it, she doesn't get to have an extra card.
Yeah, I don't
So let's
know.
make her attack do damage anyway.
Have we rolled dice to see who goes first?
I mean, I think it's funny that she's 5-hand size.
You guys, but it's taking a while. Hold on a sec.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be right back. Just
Okay.
like 30 seconds.
Take your time.
And is non-throw, which means that she got more thought than Nightmare did.
Hey, they learn from their mistakes.
Hey, Nightmare kills you for blocking sometimes anyway.
I need to do this. I can do these things.
Ochaco's so good. Her face is itself a specialist of sound. Wow.
Yo, TamCardwell, Chris Bromley, and Chris Bromley?
Yeah, man.
Bofa.
We're slowly
Alright,
getting
I'm
there.
Listen, if you want to mark me as Bromley, that's fine. That's a detriment to his image.
I'll marry Jose right now. Make it legal.
Oh boy. Oh no. Oh nosy wosies.
Jose, spell your last name.
Norono.
Thank you.
So you got Odyssey, right?
What the
spell
fuck,
it
two
right.
Bromley?
It's no.
What the fuck, two Bromleys?
What the fuck, 2
Well,
Bromleys?
So who was it? Let me just double check something.
Yeah, I'm down.
He's running the
Alright.
Friday games, and then
Alright,
also
so-
they're going to start running Thursday tournaments as well. Thursday
Don't you
evening.
mean? Don't you mean
I think
Saturday
whoever
and
goes
Thursday?
first here matters a
Friday,
lot
Thursday, I mean.
because
they
I don't
just
think
need
that
to
Ochaco
work.
cares a lot if Iida goes first. I think Iida cares a lot if Ochaco goes first in this situation.
That's my deal.
We are also, I mean, hopefully these
So you
gentlemen,
call
I
it
guess I
low?
didn't express it beforehand. I do want to play with the
You
new
roll 6.
draw rules,
Mhm.
So
even
I
though
rolled
we're not
5,
playing webcam
so-
games. Do you know if Jasco confirmed that those are
It's so hard.
playable, like, are they supposed to be
First, I
in-person
guess.
rules too, not just webcam game
Alright.
stuff?
I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be in-person rules, but because the rules they posted 2 separate things. One was like the new before game operations, and the next one was like the webcam procedures.
Okay.
Like they first posted how things are gonna work, and then they posted how webcam games like are different
Let
I love
in their respective Jira.
Okay.
Holy shit.
These are so weird.
One of his Fury attacks is going to be so fast. Oh, never mind. He says, I don't want that hand, even though it was perfectly fucking palatable.
Just got the first
See,
one.
this is the thing about the double mulligan,
Hit me
is
with
you
the
get
thing, buddy.
really good hands.
Let me know when you're ready.
You get really good hands, and then you toss them away.
Great. You're gonna be.
It's better to burn
Yeah,
out.
it's
on
interesting that like Jasco decided to change the rules now after like everybody's been in this climate for just a smidge because like we've gotten so greedy as player 1 being like yo, we want to find the perfect build 5 hand, and that's happened
True.
so much to player 1. But us old grizzled UFS vets, we find 3 foundations, we hold it.
Yeah. So, question: Did he do his second mulligan?
He did, yeah.
He did, yeah.
He mulliganed a 3 foundation hand into a 3 foundation hand into a 2 foundation hand.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And he did, as somebody pointed out in chat, he did shuffle.
Right.
Between
Yeah.
the second
Yeah.
and
That
third
is an oopsie. I mean, I'll be honest. When I'm playing a 6-hander I definitely want a 4 builds, but you're not even guaranteed a 4 build some of the time, right? So like, if you
Yeah.
have 3 foundations, you just got to accept it. I think.
Is this a Shigaraki deck?
And I think he's just playing Fury Iida. I think he's maybe planning to side into Shigaraki, perhaps.
Or even
Yeah.
possibly Bakugo, honestly.
For this
Yeah.
Iida guy, if you're watching later, that was the moment to poke with
Turn to
with
dust.
Turn to Dust. Yeah, because you pressure 4 health or 2 foundations, and it's for sure 4 health because they're a 5-hander.
Yep.
But like, that would have been the moment. I
I think it is also very difficult to block that. As it
Yeah.
is because it's
I
three,
don't know. It 3 speed. Also, Ochaco gives a -3 speed.
right, but she has to stun one for even trying.
Gotcha, Tam.
No problem.
Sure.
Yeah, I think this is a really fun matchup because Ochaco does give a lot of speed, but Iida, like if they're determined to, just like stops that.
It's only
Yeah,
activated.
Yeah,
I mean,
blocking
if
one a turn.
Ochaco wants to use her enhance, she has to tap one just for trying, right?
It's -2 speed instead of 3 speed, right? Like,
Yeah.
you want to think of it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But it is interesting because they both do a very similar thing. So the Ochaco is like, all my attacks are kind of fast, and Iida's like, one attack is very fast, and also stop touching it.
also knock it off.
Yeah. What I would have done here also probably would have gone full greed. Like I would have played Turn to Dust and then Evo Gazed it.
Someone tell them that removes. God bless. Good work.
Yeah. I would have played Turn to Dust and then Evil Gazed it.
Yeah, I mean that guarantees momentum,
Maybe.
right? Like for sure. But we've also got this. I mean, I guess we built the double agitation. We didn't have it before. Like checking a 3 there and like going into Ochaco 2's turn defenseless is actually kind of how you get out2K'd. Like that character is so volatile, especially running things like Crow and Frog takedown, right? Like if they have any sort of draw, being able to play out, have essentially have +2 to 2 extra foundations once per game, have an extra attack. Or once per turn, have an extra attack. Like it's really easy for that character to just clap back if your hands are down.
They would rather have
They
would rather have the 3 than Turn to Dust. That's interesting.
I think it was just a better block, right? I think that little 3 diff is a 3 mid block.
It is a 3 mid block. Oh, I
Turn
guess.
to Dust is a 1 mid.
Okay, I think what's happening is Iida was maybe expecting another attack, so they wanted to save their response.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense to me. This
Yeah.
looks like it's under the death symbol, this Ochaco deck is, which is very cool.
No review will draw
I'm a little confused about burst speed in the main board for Ochaco.
Sure.
I don't think that is burst speed.
Yeah.
Any responses?
I mean, do they
I
have
don't know.
Bakugo
2 mid
this
block,
time?
dude. Too difficult to play card with a 2 mid block.
There's gotta be better versions of that.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just saying.
Give it 3
That is an
seconds.
interesting choice.
All right, hold on.
And,
Especially because we're over 50, right?
first
Is
and
Ochaco
foremost,
playing aggressive temper?
Possibly.
Because if they are, maybe they just got confused on burst speed and aggressive temper.
Sounds good.
He's got to come in under the foundation. They have to give it a foundation to play that ability.
We'll flip for +2 speed.
Sure.
Any or enhances?
I will pass.
Is it
I'll
any
pass as well.
enhance that you do with Iida?
6 high 5.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So even on your character, how cool.
Anytime they play enhance, they have to commit a foundation.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
So you take,
Very bad against specialists of sound.
sure.
And it's just play enhances, right? Not abilities. You said play and enhance. Okay. Cool.
It's straight up enhances.
It is also not an added cost, so you can still play your abilities while being tapped out if they're play well committed, right?
Responses here.
Say again?
You're pretty tapped out.
Yeah, it's not a cost.
It's not a cost.
It's just an effect that you do.
Yeah,
it
it's just
when you
like
play.
a.
Correct.
Momentum after
Yeah.
I do have a problem where I do say it's as cost, but
if it deals damage, my next.
Important that it
attack
isn't
is +2.
for a couple of reasons, but
Sure, I pass.
I'll send it.
this
into
is it's
3 high
just
speed.
like a really interesting attack lineup.
I'll jump up on a 5. Wow, 3, 4, fails.
Rough.
That I'm seeing here.
Rough. All right, hands are down. If Iida can just accidentally find 28 more damage, I mean, they've
they
got
sure
it.
can't.
We've had a card leave the card pool. We have Furies. Like, this thing's accidentally going to do a bunch of damage. Blast Rush Turbo, especially with hand down.
I guess.
For 8, right?
Well, we also have generated the momentum to then get the damage off of Furies.
Yeah,
so
randomly for a
6
million.
damage.
Yeah, we actually haven't had a card discard, so we don't get the +1/+3 because this card says
Yeah,
specifically discarded and not
Yeah,
leaves.
didn't say.
Poor Froppy. Or poor Ochaco,
Poor-
excuse me. Froppy gets it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
The it's not 28, but it definitely puts Ochaco in a bad position.
Agreed.
Iida is P tapped though, for what it's worth.
I expect Iida 1 to win standard.
Yeah. Why do you think that, Lovetto?
Sounds good.
That's an interesting take.
I would be interested in then developing that take.
I mean, I think Iida's
First in hands every turn. All right. That is not really. I don't think that's a good justification for it.
I mean, he's like the only person that gets to play like High Seas, right? Like High Seas Venture is like a good card, and he's got on a 2/4 high block.
It certainly is a good card.
The
But
most oppressive cards, or sorry, attack lineups in standard are attack lineups where they don't even care about the enhanced step. It's just like, here, bro, catch this fucking
yeah,
throw.
I think that level is just putting a lot of value into the Iida first enhance ability, and I can tell you from experience with retro, Satoshi was not that big of a threat, and that format had actual high seas and Tenbatsu.
Yeah,
I guess that's fair.
yeah.
Like to be fair, it's like Satoshi's face is worse than Iida's, but
Having Wearlight and Iida's little forecheck and all that stuff is good, but you got to have those resources, and they are resources, right? So like you like you're spending an entire spot on your board for that, and you can end attacks, but you still got to block them.
You are sacrificing your own ability to win the game just to make it so that they can't win the game. And
You go ahead.
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
And that is why Void isn't very good in standard some of the time. They just are not able to close games out, even though they can live for so long.
I mean, he has the benefit of just like having, Recipro Burst.
For sure.
Sounds good.
But Recipro Burst is a lot weaker in standard, I feel.
We have a potential deadlock spot here.
I haven't looked at standard in a while, but I do think Kirishima's kind of good. He translates very easily. I think that Aizawa is cranked.
You think so?
Yeah.
Interesting.
In standard.
In standard, in my hero, he lacks damage output. In standard, the damage output is all the good cards that are in the format.
Crazy game
He's got two really good symbols, and Void can also kill people.
But I forgot. This is
now.
like annoying me.
I would imagine.
My bet for winning standard is whoever decides to play one, so me.
Nice. Love that. Yeah, I don't know about standard, honestly. I'm just I took your spike deck, changed 3 cards in it, and just like letting it rock, dude. And I'm down.
Fair, man.
We don't put any of my hero cards in it. We're just gonna let it rock.
I don't know. Anyone could win, I think.
Yeah, there are a bunch of very, very powerful. I'm just saying, like, from my hero. I'm trying to think of characters.
From my hero. I'm putting some value in Kirishima, even though there are more answers in standard, but he also has better tools in standard. I want to put a lot of value into Jiro, and I want to put a lot of value into Eraserhead.
I can use
So,
the keyboard.
I think Air Jiro is any good in standard.
You or me?
3 speed.
I don't think Air Jiro
And
is like the format is too fast. I think for that character in standard.
Mhm.
And
Even if
then
it's a
maybe-
flash package.
maybe, dude. Like, I mean, I haven't really looked at it, so like,
Yeah.
call me sus if you want to. But like, it's just like you're trying to be worse Raptor by being a 6-inch size and no breaker and all that stuff. And it's like it's probably fine, but I don't think it's like win. I think it's
So you used your once per
It's mad fair.
I think it's good. I think it's probably good.
It's good. It's just very fair.
She has a ton of like, but the problem with all and good like the weapon builds is that the format in general is so hostile to combos.
You are not resolving that enhanced ever.
Yeah, it's very tough.
If you want to resolve Staff Strike enhanced, you got Revoked coming your way. You got a Precise Blow. You have the entire water symbol.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so like it's possible. I mean, you can do the old weapon foundation into a foundation into.
Are you
Staff
guys
and all that
seeing
stuff,
this
but-
Iida's hand?
I did play against. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how Ochaco gets out of this. I did play against a Killick Staff Strike deck last night. That was very, very good. But it was very, very good because for the first 3 turns of the game, I didn't draw orange, and he just kept looping Moonset, and so I'll never find orange in that game. Big
Oh,
shout out
sure.
to Kyle. You're in the chat.
Sure.
But like the turn that he popped off, I mean, he got to play on 3 foundations, like three or so stat strikes, and it was cool if I couldn't interact with them.
That is the one thing Kilika's good at, right? Playing things on little foundations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was some really really neat lines, and I'm happy that like it's like my hero's opening up a ton of new lines for these characters, really breathing life into the format. I'm very happy with it.
So, like in the games where the opponent has no answers to Staff Strike, right? Like, of course, you're gonna feel so busted.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel like the greatest player alive. But
Yeah, man.
there's like 30% of the format that has great answers to you, and you're never gonna be able to do your stuff. And I don't take those odds. I'd rather have like better positioning across the format as opposed to having like a really polarizing matchup against water and all.
I want to imagine that you go round 1, you do your staff strike, you feel real good. Round 2, you get paired against Lilith, and you're just like, I don't know what I do here.
Right.
Yeah, and that's just like the thread of like how open standard is, and it's also like player choice, right? Like you're a much more I don't want to use the word conservative, consistent player as opposed to like some Timmy who's just like, yo, I staff striked 4 times this turn, and my dick's so big for it. I feel so good.
I do think that though the worst thing for a staff strike deck is the decks that survive being staff strike 4 times in a turn. Like where that is too much of a fraudulent offense for it to even work.
You know who I'm actually excited for in standard, like a lot? Nomu. I'm excited to see what Nomu does, because Nomu's like actually a threat in my hero, and I wonder what he can do with whatever tools are at his disposal.
You know, he's got them 12 damage shotguns. And he's gonna get stopped, and he's going to cry.
As long as Shigaraki exists, I guess, like with shotgun in its current iteration, I'm sure he's fucked up.
Yeah.
Nomu is gonna get stopped, and then the next turn he's going to be hit by 3 Swallow Souls, and he's going to die.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Stop's a pretty good card.
Stop's a pretty good card.
A lot of
Bang!
Bang! And bang.
Ooh,
Bang energy drink, very good.
Yeah.
I want to. I think what I imagine is going to happen a lot is a Razorhead's going to show up. He's going to get banged. There's going to be like, well, you can do that to me.
Wait a minute.
True. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's what I was thinking. Is like Spike into Eraserhead has got to feel so good when you seal his character and you're like, oh, you don't have any responses?
Oh, did somebody get addicted to actions?
That's so crazy. Oh, baby didn't draw his action.
Wow, you have to discard a card to get +2 or -2 speed. Cringe.
Yeah, man gets burned into use case. Man gets burned into use case. Spirit gun, hit Night Watch. Bang, hit your face.
Yeah.
Welcome to the standard, baby. Iida didn't kill Ochaco there, which is kind of crazy because they were left with 2 attacks in hand in an evil case.
So imagine you draw that signature right swing card in that hand. What do you discard?
Yeah.
Evil case.
What are you discarding there?
Yeah, he also rolled quite poorly.
Yeah,
Iida,
I see that his board is tapped out.
I need to find out what Iida's foundation lineup is, because he has drawn a lot of attacks this game.
It looks like this should have been a Bakugo or
I'll be honest, I haven't seen Iida's one diff. I'm worried that he's not playing it.
We do have 10 cards in the sideboard over on Iida's side of the board.
Yeah, I'm worried that Iida's not playing Iida's one diff.
Shigaraki deck in disguise, dude.
Yeah,
it's cool to play a different lineup. You know, like
I agree.
Oh no, he is playing Calling for backup. He just checked all of them. All right.
No trolling there.
Yeah.
It's ironic because I play Shigaraki with the Iida package. And he's playing Iida with the Shigaraki package.
Yeah. Goose, shut up. Don't tell them my secret.
My secret?
Goose, don't tell them my secret.
Kamui does not have legs in standard.
Goose, don't tell them my secret.
There's no way.
I have one sentence for you. Earth 7 hand.
Okay, sure, but that's not his face being good, right? That's every Earth 7 hand size being banned, right?
Oh, absolutely. His face is only good in standard because it allows him to support a lot of like a kit that happens to be very good, which is Lilith.
I will
Oh, sure. Yeah, I hadn't considered that.
Yeah, no, like the thing with Kamui is like you're right. His face isn't excellent in a format like standard where everything is so high power.
Yeah.
But it is sufficient to be able to run a 7-hander that can turn into a 6-hander when the need arises for it.
Yeah, I played it as Tim too last night, and just forgot how much privilege I was allowed to have with that character.
Yeah.
Fucked up. I hate that character. It's actually the only character in standard right now where I'm like, I don't want to. Even playing against Jose's when I'm like, all right, I guess I'll do this.
I guess I'll pack power struggle.
Yeah, I guess I'll play fucking 4X power struggles. But Tim Keefe 2 is just like,
he's good. He's a good one.
it just feels like the Born Better diff where they just
I guess I'll just give it the
like,
2.
oh, first turn I built 6, second turn I drew 6 attacks and I chucked all of them.
That was a response, right?
Like,
I wish Tim Keefe 2 was as cool as the real Tim Keefe.
True.
Instead,
I wish the real Tim Keefe would stop defending Tim Keefe too, honestly.
He hates that character. He does.
Yeah, he thinks that character's so bad, and I'm like, Tim.
No. Like I last time I talked to him, he agreed that he's broken. He just hates him. He hates playing him. Like he's no fun for him. Last time I talked to him, anyway.
That's
So maybe you got to him, Bromley.
I hope so, dude. I hope Tim really, thought about the consequences of his actions.
Oh Lord.
If we end up with a 4-hander, how long until it's banned?
Hopefully we just don't.
They're just not gonna do it.
Half luck on
They have
the
explored that
break,
space as long as
half
they
luck,
could.
I'll take 2 respond breaker 1.
I definitely think that Kamui is like one of the best toolbox starting characters in my hero right now. Like he can he can be modular in a way that I really enjoy under air and water.
5, 6,
6, sure.
6, 2.
He's like the Vega start, right? Where you would be Vega, like a Goose's toolbox Vega deck.
I forgot to use agitation too.
And he would Detroit become someone else game 2.
5, 6.
Right. I mean,
If
I
it's
played
only
Tim
on 5,
Keefe in
because
retro.
that ignores progressive. So
I play with Trinity Geyser because he's about the best pilot for that baggage.
He's the best geyser, man.
Foundation, if this attack is
Yeah,
completely
but-
blocked, add it to your hand.
Yeah. If Momo could steal answers to Staff Strike,
Commit.
crazy character.
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah, if Momo could just say no to your answers. Is Kirishima too strong in my hero? I don't think he's too strong. I think coordinated effort is too strong.
I agree. That's the fix that I would do first before I snapped Bandit character is I'd get rid of his best tool.
Yeah, I mean there are ways to deal with that character. There's not a lot of ways to deal with coordinated effort.
Both of these
I think the
players
point of
are
these
running the same attack lineup.
I think the point of these burn cards in Ochaco is
I'll pass.
it does trigger off of the one button press of
6 min 4.
whatever this card's called, Turn to Dust. If they choose to
Those are
burn and not
0 diff
destroy,
with a 2 high block, right?
yeah, it's also great spam in our 5-hand size character.
Both of these players are running the same attack lineup.
Yeah.
Well, one of them is Crow and Frog.
Agitation and draw 1 card.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think Crown Frog is good in this deck.
These 2 are half blocked.
I'm playing it in my deck because it's a ranged card, and it's a high attack, so it combos with her own ranged combos. Switch the stats, right?
4.
But yeah, I don't think it necessarily needs to be in a Fury deck. Besides the fact that it just ignores.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right?
These guys need to kill some
Just
people,
leave it like
please.
this or something.
Yeah.
This man says these guys need to kill some people. Meanwhile, he's willing to play a 20 Foundation game with me. I see how it is, Brumley.
I love 20 Foundation games, dude. 20 Foundation games.
They do not have 20 Foundations out. They're just not killing.
Yeah, they're just not. No, they're like half committing. Or sorry, they're committing as hard as they can.
Ooh, and we get the Foundations at last. Let's build.
Yeah, I do think the build
I
here
bet he
is.
pokes and tosses too, dude. I bet.
Yeah, see orange, play orange.
I bet.
That's gonna be the
Oh.
first shirt that TamCardwell ever produces. Is see orange, play orange.
The orange play orange. You're never gonna get scurvy.
Our opponent at 8 life. We wanna kill him. Oh, 3 speed on this one, dude. Yeah,
I
you
mean,
might not draw more attacks.
This
You
is
might not
lethal,
draw attacks.
actually. If
It's
we
lethal with
decide to press
capabilities.
the button with capabilities.
Yeah, that's fair. I had not considered.
It's lethal. It's
I'm
our opponent doesn't have the zone for it.
to draw 2.
Oh, it has the partial, right?
Plus command. Minus 3 speed.
Stun
Oh,
because.
Ochaco might be dead.
Sure, I'll start
Quick,
this
blow up a
East
foundation.
one.
Wait, does that say stun specifically? Or does that say committed? Yeah, it does say committed. How about them apples?
I'll commit this.
Ochaco might be dead, guys.
For, 2-5.
I don't know.
It is
We
looking
have
pretty
the other attack, and Ochaco blew the -3 speed on this. I would have for sure waited to use the capabilities on the next move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just pretty sure that the next move gets to 8 by itself.
Yeah, that one's large enough on its own.
Mhm.
Ochaco has no, because that isn't it just discard a momentum do thing?
Mm-hmm.
And we're very deep into the deck. That thing's for like 20 right now. Oh, we checked the
It's over.
3. It's okay. Game 2. Game 2.
There it is. All
Game
right.
does.
Iida takes down game.
I also got another Blast Rush Turbo, which would have done.
Oh, dude, don't show him that he was dead.
Damage.
I don't.
Yeah, of course.
I'll be honest, guys. I don't know how it feels. I don't know how I feel about Iida with no reciprocal extend.
Dude, anytime I like fail a check the block, and I'm like, yeah, if only I had checked that block. And Jose's like, what? You mean you wouldn't have died to these other 4 attacks? I'm like,
You
yeah,
mean
of
you
course
wouldn't
not.
have died
I
to
would've
Wen
blocked
Gun
all of
2,
those.
Wen Gun 3, Wen Gun 4?
Of course I would have blocked all of them, you fucking idiot.
You
He's like,
absolute
oh, my bad, dude.
The worst part is it was like, oh yeah, but then I had this, and you were like, yeah, but if I check good here, I can kill you with this. I was like, oh, okay.
Bad
Yeah.
case is still
I guess
out.
he did have it.
First or second?
I guess he did have it.
Sounds good.
Dude, I'm willing to play Reciprocal Extend in decks that don't have any other kicks.
Yeah, why would you?
That card is nuts.
The threat of having another attack means that people just take it. It's
Yeah,
kind of
or even then, just extend into extend. You just keep extending. It's like the long dog.
I like the way you're thinking.
Yeah, this is a nice, solid build from Ochaco turn 1.
Great.
Good.
Never
Get that
mind.
asset out of here.
Only
I don't
2.
think you need an asset in the 5-hander. Straight up. This character does not need to
you
unflip her
kept your
stuff.
hand, right?
What if it's Asheron on Nirvana?
Nah.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Well, that's not a card, Jose. We're playing my hero.
You're right. That's not a card. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the Soul Calibur card game.
On a 3.
Oh, getting a phone call. 1 sec.
I saw a guy asking today about what assets did you play in the Razorhead, and he thought it was weird when the answer was none.
On a
Well, there's
And
only
I think people, yeah, I think people like the people that are new to the game are seeing the green card, and they're like, oh wait, this is like a type of card. I should probably play this in my deck.
right.
And the thing that's important to know is that assets are very specialized in what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They are not general purpose cards, right?
100%.
So I do think that I see why this Ochaco's playing the cape. It's because they're playing super regen.
Hang on, I need to take care of
Oh,
something.
you can steal it.
Take your time, man.
So that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I'm going to steal. First
Yeah,
But-
and
Yeah.
it's
I'm going to flip
it's
them.
interesting. I cut cape in every deck that's not like that's not Earth, Kirishima.
1, 2,
or
blow up Nervous,
Ayama
have
himself.
you, blow up a
Yeah, I just do not care about that card. That card is very slow.
Yeah, I cut I cut earphone jack from
really cool.
all jitters that are not all Orchid.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Hopefully
it's
it goes
it's
through
like you said, like an asset needs to be something that you really want or like an integral part of your play style, just because they're not a foundation.
Yeah.
So if you're just gonna have an incidental +1 speed card, it's not really that much worth playing, even if the block is really good. I might put one earphone back in the deck, but at that point, why play if you only have one?
I think the re-ready is like insane on that card, personally.
It is pretty good.
Especially
It is pretty good.
on somebody who wants to string along like Jiro. Like I know that card puts in God's work in my Ochaco deck,
What if it was another foundation?
but like it doesn't. But like there's not a foundation under the air symbol that gives the speed like it does, and
You're right.
that's its big issue. Is
You're
it is both +1 speed and an extra copy of Amphibious in my deck.
That is very true. I just find it hard to find the justification to run it.
Yeah. But like I had to jump through a lot of hoops in order to like it fills a lot of roles in my Ochaco deck, and I totally get like it should not be in every Eraserhead deck, right? Under all, nah, it just shouldn't be.
Yeah. If there were offensive commits that were very good, I can see more justifications for it. Just like I can see people justifying the Denki Zero.
Yeah.
Try to pick it back up.
As it is now, Denki Zero like best
You
use
for sure
is
pick it
just
back up.
readying Specialist of Sound.
Yeah, you
It's
pick
a
that card
high
up
two.
every day of the week.
We just play it again, right?
Yeah, we have +2 to our check.
Yeah.
Does she say to play attacks? Because if
It's just next attack.
it says
So
play
you
it
still have
an
the
attack,
+2.
oh, that's hot. Yeah, I would play both these foundations and jam it out again. It's just on a 5. Yeah, play it. Play it. Oh, you coward!
It's good.
You could have checked another 5 and then gotten your momentum,
I don't
and
know
then
how
you
I
had
feel
your
about
momentum
that
for your
play.
plus ultra.
I don't know how I feel about that play specifically, Sam.
Draw 2.
Because you can just jam the safety turn to this and then build on a 3/4, right?
Go.
Yeah, but we'd already decided to like play the foundations first.
Oh yeah. It lets you walk it back, yeah.
Yeah. Like it was like like if we checked all 3s the whole way down, like we would have not built the one foundation or whatever. Wowzers, this is a angry hand. And we'd have the foundation, the momentum for the plus ultra. I'm bummed.
Yeah.
This would have been 1,000 damage.
Yep. I don't agree with holding plus ultra in this instance.
Oh, you can steal. Go ahead.
I understand why they're doing it, but it's because they don't want to die to reciprocus, and they're like, oh, if I just hold plus ultra, I don't lose to reciprocus, right?
I'll pass on responses.
But like, if you're holding a blowout card like that, it better be an actual blowout card, not an I take half card. I feel.
No.
Has anyone tried a racer build that doesn't run Iida stuff? I bought 4 boxes and haven't pulled a single recipro. Yeah, you can play. I had a death Iida or death Eraserhead that just like played really big, fast, strong moves and like made everything 8 mid for 8. And it just like auto lost to Nomu, but it had like a really good matchup for pretty much everything else. So that's what I would go for. And I got to play my favorite card, long lasting.
Yep, that one's good. You could also just keep playing Void, but without Reciprocus. You can still kill people with other cards, just like by going full Kirishima. Align.
Yeah.
It extends.
I agree.
Eraserhead's Ultra is not bad. It's just not that good if you're running Burst.
Yeah. Are there cards in Standard that bring cards back from remove, like from like to the discard pile or deck? Not really.
Not really.
You've got cards that you've got a card Tech Sphere that will play your cards from play the abilities on the cards from removed, or you've got cards that count the fact that you have cards removed, but nothing that really like refuels your deck.
I'll burn 2.
No Frame Lords in UFS.
And that's it. It's 8 high 5.
That was an interesting play. We opted to destroy the foundation in an attempt to destroy their foundation. And I
think Ochaco here is just flexing like, hey man, I got more life than you.
Yeah.
I
do not know what's happening here.
I don't know how I feel about this, damn.
Yeah, I definitely should have tried.
It feels like Ochaco.
I mean,
I don't. It feels like the Ochaco players are not using their whole character.
Yeah.
Nickel diming.
I mean, Ochaco's got attacks forever, right? Like she's gonna be set for the rest of the game as long as she like doesn't block. But I mean that feels bad.
Black Kung Fu. If you're watching this later, I don't know why you're just not keep playing the turn to this again. It's gonna go to your momentum, right?
Wow.
And it's like guaranteed to hit. It's like +2 speed on it. And it's going to hit. Like you're getting a +2 to your next stage to play a card, and you're holding these turn to this. They're not gonna do anything because you're not committing to playing more than 1 a turn. So
yeah.
Yeah, I'll respond.
And I heard Black Ace. I heard Peepa say it is for a attack check. So I mean, so Kung Fu should know, right? I mean, his opponent told him.
You're enhanced.
Yeah, this is not Hiei who can't play attacks with the same name every turn, right?
Right.
Stun 1 from Iida.
I do feel that perhaps this isn't the right package for Ochaco, personally.
Yeah, I mean, she's like a real ass 5-hander, and that's like her biggest issue, which is why I like the fire ranged stuff just to get that extra draw. But if you are gonna play a death build, like I don't think that this is a bad lineup.
My issue with death is that a lot of the death cards that are very good, which is Nomus and Shigarakis, are built around themselves not being enough damage. It's your face that's you need the enough damage, you know.
Yeah.
Shigaraki's moves are all 4/4 because his face is 5. So like he this here this is this decaying grip or is this?
That we blocked with?
Yeah. No, this is the other one. This is,
Touch of Decay.
yeah, like Touch of Decay is built around
They'll pass.
dealing 4 damage by jumping through a lot of hoops because it is actually 9, right?
Right.
Meanwhile, with Ochaco, it was like you can't block this. All she's gonna do is like maybe draw a card and like get 4 damage in. While
I mean, and then
the
hopefully
range-
play it again, right? Like that's how she gets to double up the damage. Is she plays
Yeah.
one move twice.
Meanwhile,
it's-
Frigid
she-
Heat Wave is like, I'm gonna draw cards. I'm gonna get damage if I hit ranged cards with this in hands.
She actually really feels like 5-hand size
So
Shigaraki.
you
Actually,
check-
now that
you do
I
your
think about it,
check
because like
first.
Shigaraki turns all of his moves into basically 2 moves, right?
Mhm.
Hit for 5, burn for
Then
5. Hit for 4, burn for 5.
respond, give it minus
Where she is like, yo, I make all my moves really fast, so I guarantee make them hit, and then I pick it back up and I play it back again.
Yeah, she's doing a move twice, basically,
And-
right?
And she has a defensive ability on her face, which Shigaraki like doesn't have. Shigaraki's got a disruption ability, not defensive.
You lose, or you can lose. Destroy 1 foundation.
Yeah, I think it's a good comparison, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool. To the point where like you could even take and like do this same thing. Like a lot of people, whenever they're playing Death, put Shigaraki and Nomu in the sideboard. You could also like triple up and be like, yo, I don't care about the disruption ability. I want to block more, so I'll play Shigaraki and Ochaco as opposed to Shigaraki
That's
and
a lot of skill.
And Nomu.
and Nomu. Wow, what?
Yeah.
I mean, we drew so cold here.
I'll pass
This
if I have
could
no,
be lethal.
Enhances.
Here, I'll give G speed from Ochaco. So I'll put this
Sure.
It
on
could be.
1.
Yeah, this is 15. This is presenting 15
I will
damage.
stun 2.
17 if we do decide to blow up the burst speed, which we can anytime.
Will destroy
No, that you're
foundation.
thinking of aggressive temper.
For you to destroy 1.
Well,
you can
oh,
lose 1.
our name's not Bakugo, huh?
Mhm.
I'll blow up a foundation.
Which is why I'm pretty sure this is just supposed to be aggressive temper.
Yeah.
I can
aggressive
use
temper would
everything on this
Would
character,
probably
so
have
it's
been a better
so
choice.
it's a 3 higher.
Same block.
It is the same block. Yeah, this is
Try and block
interesting.
on the 7.
4.
For fail.
Wowzers.
I'll eat 5.
5 biggins.
You know what card I think is very good if you're running Death Ochaco? Or at least fun. Gale Force Punch.
You hate to see it.
8 make 6.
I know.
The-
Can I do
if it hits,
something?
pick it back up. Play it as a furtive. 8 make 6.
Yeah.
And it is basically a spirit gun.
This is crazy. I don't know how you didn't just jam this out.
I don't know. I don't think that this player is in tune with their own deck. as of
That would
right
have
now.
passed. We'd have won the game right here if we just jammed it. Wowzers.
4.
Wowzers. Yeah, this is a lesson that I had to learn in
4.
Omaha. There was a turn where I was playing as Dr. Wiley versus
So
Dave
hard.
Wagner.
Mhm.
He was at 3 and I was at 1 or whatever. It's either I'm dead or he's dead, and I have hilariously playing Dr. Wiley a single capsule zap in my hand,
I'll respond, give it,
and he has 1 card in his hand, and I can
first
pass this
cancel
and totally
stuff.
tap out and possibly kill him. But if he has the low block, I'll lose the game. And I opt
Right.
to not attack and wait.
correct.
And he's like, "Well, I had a high. If you have the kill, go for it." Ochaco had the kill. Force your opponent to find the 22.
Yeah, it wasn't even a risk. He was going to make that check like guaranteed.
100%.
Because of Ochaco.
And
Yeah,
then
Yeah.
he had 2 foundations ready, so like he could have afforded to check another 4, which I mean he checked a 5, could commit the face down, and that's game. We just opted not to.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was
like-
going
I
to
do
tell
like- You go ahead, man.
Discard.
I'm back,
No,
by the
no.
way. Hi.
Hello.
go ahead.
2, 5.
I was going to tell the opposite lesson because I learned the game with Yusuke. So to me, it was always like, all right, foundation. Spirit gun on it.
Hold on.
You mean Spear Shadow?
I guess
Spirit gun on 9.
I don't understand
It's so
the
hard.
opposite lesson. What do you mean?
Yeah, so it was like they have 1 card in hand. They don't have the answer for this one. They can't block this one.
Oh yeah,
Surely-
yeah.
Surely they didn't hold a
Sure.
low this
I'll
time,
do
right?
that.
Yeah.
It
You
was
just like
because you,
had the
yeah,
natural
because Yusuke as your
inclination
first
to do it.
character teaches you how to do sonar overload, teaches you how to like aim low instead of high, teaches you how to just jam shotgun at the end anyway.
And
All valuable lessons. Just jam
All
shotgun.
valuable lessons, really.
6-5 for
Shotgun with the
but-
whip crack.
Yeah, Ochaco just needs to understand that your character is designed to play an attack twice, and they have held the same attack, 2 copies of them, for 5 turns by now,
Yeah.
Sure.
which I don't think is correct. I am, however, liking this idea of Death Attack with Gale Force Punch, because Gale Force Punch is if you have less foundations than your rival, destroy a rival
I'll
foundation.
do that on the 5.
So huge.
Yeah, it's an 8-mid 6.
Yeah,
It
I
probably
like that card in
hits.
here. I like turn to this in here.
I'll
'cause
fail it.
Stun
Yeah.
2, the stun 2
Mm-hmm.
seems really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were just talking about how he hits with turn to dust every time, and he just never decides to play it again.
Huh.
That's why he's held 2 for so long. He never played the second one, and he always get the first one back into his hand.
Oh. Weird.
Yeah. Meanwhile, if it was Gale Force Punch, you go on a 6, then you play it on a 4, and you get to destroy 2 other foundations. That's crazy.
Sure. I will.
Well, not in this case, right? He has more foundations. Or he has the same
Stun
amount of
2.
foundations.
1, 2.
Yeah. And in this case, something went horribly wrong on both sides.
Right.
I should
the-
have stolen first response, but that's fine. I forgot.
Yeah.
Well, what's first in hand's
Yeah,
gonna
I
do?
have
Oh, it lets
no
you
more
flip.
enhancements.
It lets you seal the thingy.
Let's
Yeah.
fight bad guys for 2 speed.
Yeah, because this thing's gonna hit for sure. You get to pick it back up, play it
Uh,
again, and
I
then
really
plus
needed to steal first in hand so I could use this before it got stunned.
What did he
Yeah.
seal?
Don't worry.
Yeah.
guys.
he did not
No,
steal
you
anything.
could've
He
steal.
didn't take the first enhance with Iida, and so his
So
last
he
2
did.
foundations got stunned. And people's just saying, "Yo, I should have done
I'll
that.
lose 2 health.
I might have made a mistake." He was just announcing it to the
Yeah.
world. They were just
I-
announcing it to
I-
the world. Excuse me.
You
To
lose
be
2
perfectly honest, I would
health
take
for-
if I'm Iida, I'm taking the first enhance just because
Blow up
it's
the
my right
foundation.
Mm.
as a Japanese man to take the first enhance whenever I
will
want. You know,
Okay.
it was given down to Iida by Satoshi
Yeah,
himself.
you can
Correct,
lose 2
correct,
health
correct.
against them.
Like, there's no real reason not to take the first E, right?
The reason not to
Oh,
take the first D
Let
would be
you
to slow the
destroy it,
game
so
down,
the other
right?
stunned was this one, so it'll
Or
get
speed it up, you
destroyed.
mean?
Yeah,
It-
take the first in hand pass.
Done with
Yeah.
enhances.
What if your opponent passes? It's over, right?
5 high.
You're a good point. I hadn't thought about
Yeah,
that.
you go take the first E pass, and your opponent pass reflexively. Oh, he said pass.
He said, "Pass, go to blocks."
Go to
I
blocks.
lose this. I can try and block on the 6. 5, 6, half block, take 3.
And you're
Yeah.
still dead, unfortunately,
We'll
my
just
dude.
loop it back to hand.
Play it on a
Perish here.
3.
Good game.
I perish here.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't actually
sorry.
think that Iida does
Yeah,
get out of
my-
this.
My hands were super awkward, so I was never able to like build anything. And then you just like destroy.
I do like the
I just
spamming
got
of turn to
one
dust in
turn
this
to
game,
dust.
though. What a great card.
I agree.
Yeah, this is the same lineup
Like,
for
how
both
did that
players.
go?
I do have a question. Do we don't have deck lists, right?
No, we did not. No.
What's the attack count for these decks? It
Oh, I have no
seems
idea.
like it's high, but it could just be
Sure,
perception.
I'll go first.
I don't want to
forget
go
your,
digging into
abilities, yeah.
their decks.
No, me either.
On
those
stream.
might have been slightly important.
I do.
100%. Oh, here's the foundations. Never mind.
Yo, this is a great looking hand. We.
So let me.
Oh,
Whoa.
my heart!
Wait, you don't shuffle.
You don't shuffle. That
Let
those are
me-
not proper procedures.
I'm gonna message him.
You don't.
Or message them. Excuse me.
That worked
Yeah,
out
good point.
perfect.
No shuffling
Oh, that's good.
until you are done mulliganing, my
I'm all one card.
friends.
Sounds good.
I did.
And
it.
back that hand, like he did, like he didn't even like it.
Yeah, I mean that was a crazy choice. I think we had 4 foundations there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of, I mean,
Uh,
2 of which were
probably.
spam, which we could like easily play
shuffled
and
because
pass.
I
Like
left two
we
cards
had
in
like
the
a,
deck, so I needed to get a.
I mean,
full
he's
hand
got 3
with
very
the
good foundations here
deck,
too, but
so I
like
wasn't
that
playing
is just a
first
wild
game.
choice to me. Like these are 3 good ones.
Oh,
Fulfilled My Duty isn't as good, but it lets you maybe stop Ochaco from rebouncing their first attack.
fulfilled in my duty is insane, right? You -3, and then you steal the first, and you say that's not a move anymore, and you full block it, like guaranteed.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
Like that is what it does.
Yeah.
So you're going -1 on foundations to ensure that their first move doesn't hit. which is all right.
I was getting so confused that Ochaco had a 6 card in her hand. But that's the rules. That's how we play the
That
game
is the
now.
rules.
Oh, sorry, on a 2. Do encouragement on a 3.
Damn, what's encouragement doing in this deck? After your unblocked attack resolves, you put it in your hand, dummy.
Normally, this deck runs
just
burst
trying to
speed.
find it.
I think there's bigger issues at hand.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, this is some interesting choices. It might he
Sounds
might have
It-
been
it
like,
might
Be like a
yo,
play what you have sort of
I
thing.
know. I think he said that burst speed isn't supposed to be here. I remember
This
the
could-
guy saying that they heard that.
I think you're right. This could be like all but a paper deck, right?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Wow, these guys have turned to this on
I'll go
paper.
on a
Man,
5.
I
don't?
actually don't. I keep trading.
Cool
I have
enhance
two.
free
I have
speed,
2 XRs for you.
Or
Wow.
respond, give it
Merry
Powerful.
Christmas.
Thanks, buddy.
and
I have 4 release.
first enhance
for
will
you.
stun 2.
Hell yeah.
Rochester just had a sale, and I just got all mine.
Oh, command -3.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't have
Good,
any
and
money
you'll
these
stun
days,
one
so
because of Iida.
There was an issue in
Um,
Sean's store where he had turned to dust for $34 as opposed to $3.04.
burn 2, so
Oh.
you can burn 2, or you can blow up a
It was
foundation.
very funny.
To not burn 2.
I got second place at that Rochester event, like
For 2
the
health. You'll love to see it.
Tim Keefe or the Sean or Kevin Broberg, one of those two,
Your
right?
enhance.
Lost against
Yeah,
Romulus
I know.
playing as Ivy,
No activity.
and
Yeah, I know.
I got $200
Sounds
store
good.
credit, and I forgot about it for
Whoa.
literally an entire year.
Nice.
And so I
all
paid for the
standards,
next
for
Rochester
5-5.
tournament coming up, and then just
what
filled
I
out
said.
the rest of my ultra rares. Like, yo, I'm
man.
in.
You know, good job, Jen. Representing the big
You'll like
boobied
fun.
women out there in the world.
That's me.
You should play Mountain Lady next time.
Nope.
Okay.
No, I don't think that character's
Keep
very
your
good.
punch and Judy's
Sounds
then.
good.
I will. I will keep my
Uh,
punch and
On a
duties.
4. Sick.
Oof. This looks good.
First enhance, since my first attack dealt damage, it'll go to
I
momentum
will
after it
say,
resolves.
I really am liking the idea of like instead of all inning
If it does
on
damage, my next attack
hoping
gets
that we
2 damage.
find a recipro burst,
Sure,
we
pass.
are just playing a bunch of capabilities because there's another one
Send it, it's,
in their
3 by
hand.
3.
No, I'll take
And so
I don't
like
think there's a single
every
recipro
move
burst.
becomes burst burst
Cool.
speed or recipro burst.
I don't think there's a reciprocal burst actually. I haven't seen one.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Lit on Fury.
That's what I'm saying. Is
Build,
since
Yeah,
we are
yeah.
all in on theory, capabilities makes
And,
all of our any of our attacks with 1 momentum
Kindle
plus 2 speed plus 6
to
damage.
you.
And so we could have, or sorry, plus 2 plus 5. So we could have, let's respond plus 5 on a move for commit a foundation. That sounds great.
Which is pretty good, honestly.
We got 2 momentum.
Uh,
The next 2 attacks we play are like, the next 2 attacks in sequential turns are going to be plus 5, which is cool.
Capabilities demands that it's a Fury, right?
Mm-hmm. It certainly does.
Yeah. Yep.
Sounds good.
Man, is Ivy good with Jiro's Wonder?
Respond, give it -3 speed.
Yes.
And
Just
also
reveal a card
respond
after your hand?
to steal
Yes.
First enhance.
I mean, it's
Neat.
whatever
First
you just
enhance
checked,
will
right? So if you check
flip
bad,
draw a card.
you just like get to put that bad check back on top and then redraw.
Oh, is that what Ivy does?
Yeah. Pay 1, reveal the top card of your deck. You can remove it and take the top card of your discard and put it back on top.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, man. She was Jiro before Jiro. And then they were like, yo, let's make it 2 cards. Just kidding. Let's make it 4 cards.
Make her kill people.
2 speed.
Let's make her kill people. Agreed.
Sounds good. I'll pass.
Not just dirtle and gain life and draw cards.
Yeah, if-
for me, it's a
Hey man, gain life, draw card is pretty okay.
I was going into a lot of those turns with 9 cards in my hand, which is like
She's
felt
just
great.
limited into what attacks she can play, right? That's the counterbalance.
Full block.
Dang.
Sure.
We've already. I guess we want to respond with Iida and in the enhanced step if we absolutely want to.
Cease.
But with
Halt.
the next move getting like +3 speed or +3 damage, I don't actually think that we need. Like it's gonna hit, right? Like there's really not a lot. We
The
can do
next
about that.
move is nigh unplayable.
Oh yeah, I guess that's fair. I'm so confused on these lines, Kung Fu. Just kidding.
Oh, man.
What a gamer. Just kidding.
I'd love to
Insane.
see it. So
Actually the
1/7
best.
two speed.
No,
is
no,
sick.
no. I'm so confused on these lines, Kung Fu. You won't go in. Oh, I understand. He won't go in when it's guaranteed. He needs the thrill of battle to pump him up. You know,
Correct.
it's only worth it if he can fail it.
Right. Lines don't matter when you check
lines
sixes.
certainly matter when you check
Why
sixes.
is it so fast? Why is this card so good?
This is like
There's
Cam's
ways to
favorite
check
card.
sixes.
Like, in
Well,
every
well,
deck
checking
you play.
A4, you know.
So,
Batster
so
says, I'm
fucking
making Airdro right now, and I'm super excited to play it versus my friends. Your videos have been super helpful. Well, thank you, Bad Surfside, and welcome to the stream, man.
I'll go to the stream.
I guess we'll just stun two.
How cool.
good too.
How cool.
Cam is a Jiro hater
And
then.
then I get
Well,
out
kind of.
emergency, so I
Not
get the
anymore.
potion,
They changed how
and
she.
get
Actually, they didn't change how she works. It's still just as.
Good.
Still takes just as long.
Have you seen that meme where it's like Mr. Incredible's face and then his face is like all darkened and then it's scary?
Crazy Jimmy, has the mulligan change been
So when
effective?
you're
I don't have enough
thinking
info
about
to say
Oh, burn.
yes or no, but in the games that I've played, I felt like I have felt safer. At least my feelings have been safer on turn 2 going second.
Alright. I'll lose 2 health, you lose 2 health, or you can just try.
And that's what matters, right?
I'll burn 2.
And I think we're done. It is
9 high 5. I'll eat 5.
sure. I will pick it up.
You get 2.
Can I combo something here, even though that card disappeared?
No. It has to actually like have the card in the card pool for the combo to activate.
Okay, cool, no problem.
Because all it does is check the preceding card, and since that card that would theoretically combo is no longer in the card pool and not preceding, it wouldn't let combo activate.
Okay, I understand.
Unless I don't know if Chat could hear that. Unless the card previously also has the combo requirement for the combo, which in this case it does.
Mm-hmm.
In this case it does.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Oh, you're running.
I don't think Peepa's wrong.
I'm playtesting it for my.
But,
Seraph.
I think
To
Peepa's
see
hitting.
if it is or
I
not,
think
like,
Peepa
if
plays
I'll ever
Flesh
be
and
able
Blood
to
or
use it.
something.
So far,
It's not even that. I think they assumed that the combo requirement was on the card that was previously in the card pool and left, right? Like if it comboed with stun. And that card
okay,
left, right?
Yeah, they could be assuming that.
Yeah.
But that is how combo works in Flesh and Blood. If the card that was previously there is gone, then there's just an empty spot where the combo is supposed to be looking. Which to a UFS player is just the weirdest thing of all time.
Yeah, for sure.
All corrosive on a 5. 3, love to see it. 4.
So I think that both of these decks need to
Gross.
find
5.
their pokes.
Respond, give it 3.
What do you mean
They
find
need to
their
find
pokes?
balance?
Because
sure. I
they've
know.
got a whole lot of 5 difficulty attacks that are
If
like
it's
kind
blocked,
of
my next
committee.
attack gets 2,
You know,
Mm-hmm.
like you have to commit kind of fully to them. And I think both of them could use something that doesn't telegraph what they're doing with their turn.
Here, Ochaco definitely should be playing her own 5 diff, and I don't think she is.
2/5.
Yeah, I think that card's crazy, but once again, it's not a Fury card.
I'll commit here, -3.
Because
Do you
it
know
could
that off
kill
the top of
someone.
your head?
Like so like the one thing I haven't seen is
Oh,
I'm sorry,
pass.
I'll answer you in a second. I haven't seen anybody go like, here's a 4 diff.
I will try and block
I'll do
this,
some things, force a card out of my opponent's hand, build 3, pass. You know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
On a 6 per half block. 5.
This one, 6. And
But,
what is it?
I don't know the name of the
Okay.
Ochaco card.
Yeah, you'll take 5.
I just clicked on air and I'm scrolling down.
It's not air. It's her own.
Oh, yeah, it's not air, it's
attack.
death.
Isn't
Right,
our own
it's-
attack a really big one?
Yeah,
Best on a 6.
she has 2 that she can play.
It's a 6 high 4.
Why?
Correct.
So
6/4, and it always deals at least 1 damage.
Mhm.
Fail it.
It's float
Honestly,
combo.
might.
Float combo, and we also got
Two.
Pillar
I
Swing
don't
that
wanna
could
take
be
more
played, but once again, not a Fury.
You have 2 in hand.
Yeah, I think that maybe I'm
Could
just
you
not
plus
down with
Ultra
the
again?
idea of the Fury lineup. I don't think
Yeah,
the
it's
combo
always plus
Furies are
Ultra.
doing anything that good for
Uh,
Ochaco's deck specifically.
There's something cool about like
do it.
the touch of
I'm
decay, right? Because
all in.
it's it goes back to hand regardless of
Um,
whether or not they block it or not.
Correct.
That's kind of
First in
cool.
hand
But you have
Yeah.
to find some way to like slam damage onto it.
Exactly. Like that is what I was telling Tam when you weren't here. Like
Uh,
she's playing all of the Shigaraki's attacks, but Shigaraki's
all
attacks
blow up a
themselves
foundation,
don't do
you'll either blow up
anything
that
except
or
try to
use it.
guarantee that they hit the opponent. Because Shigaraki's face is the one that actually wins you the game once they hit,
Well,
right?
she's got a similar thing, right? She wants to hit you.
Right. So Tam was saying that she's kind of like Shigaraki, where Shigaraki makes a move worth two
Pass
things, while she
the
just plays a
6
move
9
straight up
10.
twice,
Go to turn.
right?
This game is all about playing attacks and not building foundations, right? Question mark. No, actually, this game is about
Let me try on a
the nice
4.
balance between those two things.
I found the Asui player though.
So imagine a turn, right,
4.
where Iida had played a 4 difficulty, tapped 1 foundation, poked, and then built 2 foundations instead of 1, and he would have had 5 foundations up instead of 1.
That's because I just lost it.
Right? 17 is not a lot, right? Ochaco unfortunately doesn't have too many foundations themselves,
I'll
but
review 1 card and draw 4.
Yeah,
But, alright.
Ochaco's not one of those 5-handers that just pumps damage out.
right, there's no reason to tap out like that unless you are admitting that you are willing to die, in my opinion, right? Like that's a situation where like you whiffed a attacking turn, and I don't think that this is Pippa on the right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Pippa was trying to kill Ochaco, right? She was just trying to get damage out, right? So if you're trying to do something like that, you want to remain as intimidating to kill as possible. Right now, you're wide open.
Respond, give it
You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah. See, this would be like a perfect time where I think that that they committed the wrong foundations. If we would have left the fulfill my duty ready, we could have responded -3, respond stole the first, respond cancel, or in the enhanced step. You don't get the +3 or +3. Don't have to worry about speed or damage on the next one. Just block it with a breaker block. You've got a bunch happening here. They're not going to want to draw the card because of the breaker, and then you just like punish them from there.
I'll pass.
So this was the way that we have committed our foundations by Iida. Maybe they were trying to kill him, right? It's like maybe that is what
they were
was
certainly
happening.
trying, but like I think this is something that is very hard to have at the beginning of the game. Like when you're starting out, even until a very long time, it's hard to tell what hands kill people. Like it's not easy.
Yeah, for sure.
You look at your hand and you're like, oh, these are all big numbers, but like how many of these are actually going to hit? Like there's many times where I'm playing Brumley and I have a hand of 6 attacks, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna do like 2 damage. This is gonna do anything.
Bad surf. You have to find speed in that deck. That's your number one thing. Is if you can't find speed, then I don't think you don't get to play
What's
that
your
card.
opinion of Blitz Rush and Air Jira with momentum build focus? I think
I just answered that
want
question. That's so funny. Go ahead, Jose.
Really?
I
Oh,
muted
I
up
think-
because I didn't want to interrupt you.
I think that you want Home Run Comet to do that, not Blitz Rush, because Blitz Rush is very slow and a 6 diff. Well, Home Run Comet is a 4 diff that gets really fast and has a better powerful than Blitz Rush has.
Sure.
Yeah, the big thing about this game is speed. Damage looks impressive, but speed is what like wins you the game.
Yeah, speed kills.
Speed kills
Unless you're
people.
playing a throw deck.
Sure.
Fair, but we don't have any of this in my hero.
I mean, even
Kind
then,
of. Kind of.
Even then,
block anything.
how do I say this? Home Run Comet gets more damage out than Blitz Rush does.
True.
Consistently.
So it's
It also might be a thing of like I believe that Bad Surf said they're brand new and they might just have
I'll eat 7.
just like pulled 13 copies of Blitz Rush and no copies of that rare,
Right.
which would be very funny.
Sounds good.
Home Run Comet versus Pillar Swing. Home Run Comet is irreplaceable. Pillar Swing could be a neat starter card.
Totally agree.
So I think you do 10 damage off of what you have in your hand. I think you play the 4 difficulty and try to go find something to actually kill them, right?
Let's play.
Home Run Comet versus Pillar Swing isn't really a versus because they
Oh,
are
I didn't
doing
draw a
very
card
different
for it.
things.
Is the timing gone?
I think if
I'll let
you
do it,
take
but
Home Run Comet
just
out of your
try to
Air
remember.
Giro, you have to be playing
It's
something
okay,
that
let's
I
play
just
it.
have no
I'll just play it
information
again,
about.
and this time I'll remember.
Okay, so it's on a 3.
Yep.
Kind of. It's kind of on a 3.
Easy. Didn't even need it.
At least I was gonna draw a foundation.
I hate it when people are like on a 1. No, it's not on a 1. It's on a 7. You just have +2 to your thing. Come on.
Yeah.
I just say if this attack is
Yep,
not blocked.
that's-
Yeah,
it's
that
fine.
is
That's
that is
not
fair, that's fair,
me
that's
for
fair.
sure. I totally
Six.
don't do that.
Yeah, totally don't do that. Tam, I think I played you against your Vega, and we just got really confused on the wording of how the minus was interacting with everything else.
Yeah,
Okay,
but it matters, right? Like it matters so much.
It mattered.
I think
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
in this game is hard to get.
Encouragement.
yeah, but so like I would definitely keep Blitz Rush because
Right.
it's a very fun like 6-diff card to
No
play with,
Cardwell card.
and I think it could be
then
cool
I'll
in
work on
some
space, I
danky
guess I'll
builds,
draw
but
first and then think
I don't think it's a card Jiro
yeah.
specifically wants. Although you could finish a string with it if you are running Jiro's Flash Diff, which could get people off guard.
100%.
Signature on a 5.
How do you guys feel about signature rights, man?
I think it's neat. I think it's doing the same thing that my
And hope to get one more attack.
find an attack, win the game.
Oh,
So I'm gonna make the check, right?
We don't. We've already used that
but
plus
I'm
the
gonna
check.
check it.
Doing the same thing that Heatwave was doing, you mean?
With Frigid Heatwave. Of it's
Mhm.
just like, yo, I'm a real ass 5-hander. This attack lets me draw 2 cards that will hopefully either fix my hand.
Sure, eat
it's-
4.
But it's
I
it's
played-
not a 5 high for 4. That's possibly a
I'll
5
play
high
this,
for
but
10.
it's like
right?
It's also the difference between
have to
straight
take a
card
6.
advantage and just cycling too, right?
Or do I
Correct.
just play defensive, but
Well,
not
one
sure.
of them also requires you to have a pretty big discard pile, and as a
Mhm.
5-hander, it's kind of hard to do that sometimes.
True.
Mhm. Heatwave certainly helps, but Brumley's right. I just don't like the.
So close.
That was.
I think it's putting.
an interesting.
I think it's
choice.
an attack slot that doesn't help us very much.
Could've checked
was
at
he
6,
hoping
right?
to check a 6?
I mean, he
Yeah,
could have,
fine.
right?
6.
He could have.
It was possible.
Sure.
Goose, don't encourage this bit.
It was the last attack in our hand,
try
so
to
I think I would have kept it as a 5-hander. Like, because we're
Uh,
gonna draw no citrus and be sad about it, but that's okay. Iida can't draw citrus either.
Goose, you can't encourage this man like that.
Spawn, give it 3 speed. I'll commit these 2 to give
Both
it
of these players have
range.
ran signature rifling thinking like I'm gonna draw the heat, baby. Let's go.
First enhance.
You know,
This
at
might
this
kill.
point when you're at
I mean, this
2,
might. I think this actually kills
Yeah.
Ochaco.
Yep, because of
Yeah.
capabilities.
Once
And-
again, capabilities coming in clutch. I like this build. This build's actually kind of cool.
Your enhance.
I have
I
no
just-
active enhances.
you could-
I will pass.
you
I
could
mean, I have
just
Ochaco, I'm not gonna
play
use
like Recipro Sweet.
Um.
I mean, you could.
I'll
I think this is creative, though.
respond,
It is.
discard
It is. Oh,
2, draw 2.
I don't see
Cool.
what Iida's getting out of this that
Sure.
you don't get from Shigaraki or
I'll send it. It's a 8 high.
you
I
have more
think-
speed.
I think the big thing
lot.
is like, Iida's like the best poke pass character that there is, right? Iida,
Sure, but we're
Iida's.
not poke passing.
You're right, but that is like the game plan with capabilities. Is every move is like it's
So
not just a
7?
poke pass. It's like chunk
That's what I would
pass.
have, right?
Sure,
Yeah.
big beefy boy pass.
Yeah.
I'll go down to 3.
I just fear that if this Iida runs into a deck that is teching for blocking, their capabilities is never going to be
turn
online.
dust
True.
on a 6.
Yeah, but that's the risk that you take.
Yeah,
4,
like
5, 6,
5, 6.
Okay.
and the enhanced step, and the enhanced step
First
before you can get
enhanced,
-3
I'll
speed.
Blow this up to the enhanced step.
Yeah.
I
Go
love
straight to
that.
Block it. 4 high 5.
Oh,
4.
4.
So we were dead anyway, but that was a good
7.
play. That was a cute play.
It's possible to check a 7. It's still the half damage.
Is-
Is the
Oh.
3.
And there it is.
Did Iida win a game already?
Yeah, Iida won
Yeah,
first one.
that's my one.
Good game. Got that.
And there it is. Congrats to both players.